Welcome to another edition of SAT-TV News. I am Alicia George. In our top stories, educators recognized for their outstanding contributions. Government officials signed contracts for expansion of Point Michelle water project. From the region, Haiti riot police dispersed pro-Aristide rally. And internationally, 80 people monitored in U.S. Ebola case. In sports, 3 matches carded for DFA Premier Division this weekend. Details of these and other stories will follow right after the break. Welcome back. Primary and secondary school principals and teachers who have exhibited excellence in performing their duties over the past 2 years were recognized during the 2014 National Excellence in Education Awards. The National Excellence in Education Awards is organized by the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development and the National Bank of Dominica every year to give due respect to deserving educators. Speaking at the ceremony on Wednesday, Acting Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine said in the Ministry of Education's quest to ensure that each child succeeds, schools must exist for teachers as much as it does for students.
It is indeed an uplifting moment, knowing that amidst everything that is happening, amidst all the discussion of quality teaching and quality teachers, we can stand here today and celebrate the fact that there are principals and teachers in our schools whose performances are outstanding and who are doing a great job to realize our vision that each child succeeds.
Awards were given for Most Promising Teacher in Primary and Secondary School, Outstanding Primary and Secondary School Teacher, and Outstanding Principals in Primary and Secondary School. Minister for Constituency Empowerment, Honorable Ambrose George, who represented Acting Prime Minister, Honorable Reginald Austrie, is hoping that the performance of the educators who were awarded will inspire other educators to succeed.
As educators, you must make it your daily mission to ensure that our schools turn out well-rounded students who are equipped to take on the challenges of the world. Highly effective educators know that they must devise creative strategies and practices to reach every student, enabling all to reach their fullest potential.
Principal of the Roseau Primary School, Greta Roberts, copped the award for Outstanding Primary School Principal of the Year, while the Dominica Community High School's Celia Nicholas took that award in the secondary school category. Plaques were also presented to outstanding schools in culture, agriculture, sports, innovation, and visual and performing arts. Members of the government of Dominica signed a $375,000 contract for the extension of a water project in Point Michelle during the 15th inaugural meeting of the Point Michelle Village Council on Tuesday. This water project forms part of the government's commitment to providing residents in every community with access to potable water by the year 2015. Honorable Reginald Austrie, Minister for Lands, Housing Settlement and Water Management Resource, said the $375,000 of the $745,000 allocated for the project will go towards labor on the job. The minister told the gathering that to date residents of Point Michelle have benefited tremendously from the Ministry of Housing.
This government over the last, 13 years have allocated some 261 lots in Union Estate, and over 90% of that going to the residents and to the people of Point Michelle. Now remember that estate was acquired since in the 1980s, and it was this government, the Dominica Labour Party, who paid for the estate. And while I'm not going to tell you how much we paid for the estate, I can say to you that we had to pay with interest because previous governments had failed to pay.
The minister announced that an additional 28 lots in Union Estate Point Michelle would be made available to the residents through the ministry. It is hoped that these lands can be made available within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
With the signing of this new contract, we'll also see the availability of another 28 lots which will be made available to the people of Point Michelle, which will take us to a total of some 261 plus 28. That sounds like 289 lots that this government has made available to the people of Point Michelle. By later towards the end of this year, next year, when that water system will be commissioned, it will not only improve the water system in Union Estate, but the entire Point Michelle community will benefit from it. But I'm not going to wait until the completion of the project to allocate those lands to Point Michelle. I'm hoping that in the next 2 or 3 weeks we can go to the committee And sometime during the independence season, some of your residents will be able to waive your letters of allocation because you will become new owners and new recipients of the balance of the lots in Union Estate.
The minister, however, stated that the goal to provide potable water to the entire country comes at a great cost to the Treasury.
We're hoping that by 2015, that's next year, 100% of all communities in Dominica will have access to potable water. But that is being done at a tremendous cost to the Treasury, a tremendous cost to the state. Because I can say to you that if we have to depend on the water bill and the water rates we're going to collect, it'll take us 350 years to pay back for this water system.
Presently, the community of Point Michelle utilizes a tank of only 15,000 gallons. The new tank is expected to double its capacity. As students around Dominica celebrate the many teachers on the island in light of Teachers Appreciation Day, former Education Minister and leader of the Education Committee of the United Workers' Party, UWP, Honorable Ron Green, said the hard work of teachers is not being adequately rewarded. Green made the statement during a UWP press conference on Wednesday, organized to elaborate on the party's policies, visions, and programs for education advancement in Dominica.
I am reminded by a young man, our legendary Calypso King, from a small rural village in my constituency, singing the praises of our teachers, which we have insufficiently done. Their sacrifice, their hard work, their dedication, their love has propelled and sustained education in Dominica, and we want to publicly thank them.
Green congratulated the educators for their perseverance despite the challenges and said if anything, teachers are the ones who affect positive results in the education system. He said if anyone has failed, it is the top leadership of the country. Green went on to blame the Dominica Labour Party administration for the drop in successes at universal secondary education.
The Dominica Labour Party proceeded to rush to universal secondary education island-wide for purely partisan political interest in 2005. Dominica's education system is badly broken. It is broken for teachers, for support technicians it is broken, the infrastructure is broken, the Education Act, the law for education has been broken.
The UWP candidate said the Minister for Education, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, has not provided the inspirational leadership needed to operate the ministry. Green pointed out that there are too many qualified teachers who have not been appointed for years. In addition, they are paid relatively poor salaries and are provided with inadequate teaching resources. The former Education Minister said the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica, will commit to restructuring the education system.
UWP Team Dominica commits to and calls for an urgent national engagement to allow for all stakeholders to understand the precise nature and status of education in Dominica. Number two, United Workers' Party Team Dominica commits to a new deal for teachers and education officials. In that regard, United Workers' Party, in consultation with the Dominica Teachers Association, the Dominica Public Service Union, and the Dominica Catholic Teachers Association, will immediately appoint a commission to develop the blueprint for a new and better deal for teachers.
Green said the party will also commit to prioritizing a number of education policies by taking early childhood education seriously as a critical first step in fixing primary education and expanding the Dominica State College by putting accreditation first and by forging new linkages. Wednesday's press conference on education was part 2 of a series organized by United Workers' Party Team Dominica. The first such press conference was held 2 weeks ago, where the party articulated its economic policies and plans for Dominica. Thanks for staying tuned. Leader of the United Workers' Party, UWP, Lennox Linton, says Dominica, which has the smallest economy in the Caribbean, is delivering the worst economic results under the Dominica Labour Party DLP regime. He said Dominica is last in agriculture revival, last in foreign exchange earnings, and last in tourism performance. Linton made the statements during a public meeting in Bath Road on Tuesday, September 30th, where he highlighted to his party supporters why he is the most suitable leader to govern the affairs of Dominica.
Labour was me, Lennox Linton to be the liberator. No more scary corruption, no lies, no propaganda. But left to me alone, I wouldn't dare. The joy of success is all I am living for. But they want a bold face, no face, to erase scary disgrace, to put government in its rightful place. Labour knows I am worthy. They send me, look me.
Speaking about the country's economy, he said only 7,500 out of the 10,000 young people have no jobs, while 40% of the population lives on EC $10 per day. He said the economy has grown by 0.5% for each of the last 5 years, while Dominica is last in the OECS in economic performance.
You want a government, you deserve a government that is going to work for you for 5 years, that is going to put Dominica first, that is going to ensure that our engines of growth are properly functioning, that is going to ensure that education, health, sports are all functioning properly and in the national interest of the Commonwealth of Dominica. At these meetings, you will notice we don't talk about a red Dominica, a green Dominica, or a blue Dominica. We talk about the Commonwealth of Dominica, because insofar as sports is concerned, when we have no tennis courts, the talent of Labour Party children sitting down in Labour Party homes is also being stifled.
He said Dominica deserves better than the current government. That's why Team Dominica is going into Parliament to become the government to give Dominicans what they deserve: the best place to live, the best place to work, and the best place to enjoy life in the entire global community. Leader of the opposition United Workers' Party, Honorable Hector John, also re-emphasized Linton's view on Dominica's poor economic performance.
Brothers and sisters, yesterday someone gave me a joke, and the person said to me, "You know rats in Roseau even Meg?" I say, "Rats in Roseau Meg?" They said, "Yes, people don't have bone and extra food to throw. So even the rats in Roseau see misery." So it's showing you that our economy is really in danger. It has collapsed because even the rats struggling, because they would live on the extra food that we have to throw. Isn't that true? And that is why, brothers and sisters, you need Team Dominica to revamp the economy, clean up Roseau. That is not the Roseau we knew. Roseau is run down. We need to clean up Roseau. Roseau is our city and it has to be taken care of as a city, and the young men and women, the people who visit us can see that Roseau is moving forward.
He said as a government, the UWP will focus on growing Dominica's productive sector and rehabilitate the young men and women who have fallen prey to drugs so they can make positive contributions to Dominica's economy. The first ever Dominica Got Talent will bear fruit on Friday, September 3rd, when 18 acts will take to the stage. Dominica Got Talent is an event which seeks to showcase the various talents of Dominican residents. Melinda Henry, managing director of the event, said she decided to embark upon the project after witnessing the vast amount of hidden talent on the island. Henry is urging the public to come out and support the contestants.
So I decided to have a show where persons could come and showcase their talent.
What was the auditions like? What did you see? Anything surprised you during the audition?
Nothing really, but we had a few dancers, singers, and they were very good. Yeah.
Tell us when the show is taking place, at what time?
Okay, the show is at Arok House of Culture on October the 3rd at 8 p.m. But from 7 p.m. we'll be having a red carpet moment, and we are inviting everybody to come and take part in the red carpet moment, as there will be a grand prize for best pose and best dressed person.
Okay. Tell the audience or the people listening why it is that they should support and come to Dominica's Got Talent.
Okay, well, we'd like you all to come and support Dominica's Got Talent because we are The young people are the future generation, and we have quite a few young people taking part in the show. So we'd like you to come and support the young people, make them feel welcome, make them feel that they're doing something important.
Guest artists including Benno and Brent out of Cross Vibes, as well as Nai, are expected to perform at the event. Following 2 days of audition, 18 individuals and acts were chosen to compete in the debut event. Dominica Got Talent will take place on Friday, October 3rd at the Arak House of Culture from 7 p.m. Tickets cost $20 for adults and $10 for children. The event is part sponsored by Digicel. This has been the local segment of the news.